What's up everybody, Rob here, doing another video for you guys. We're gonna do another ranking video. I'm actually excited about this video. This time we're gonna do peptides. It's actually one of my favorite subjects. When it comes to peptides, I really get into the research with this. Not that I don't with the other stuff, but like for some reason, peptides to me are just the fucking coolest thing ever when it comes to bodybuilding. Testosterone, SARMs, all the other shit. It's cool, it's good, it works, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to peptides, there's just so much science behind it, and there's the things that it can do, it blows my mind. Honestly, it does. It doesn't take very much to blow my mind, but yeah. So, peptides. We're gonna start with a couple of these that I've got written here. I'm gonna give you a breakdown, just like the SARMs video I did when it comes to ratings. I'm going to be rating it off of my results and what I'm looking for in this. I might give some tips here and there, like, well, if you're trying to cut, this one would be a good one for you. But overall, I'm going for mass. I'm always going for mass. Last 20 years in working, I have always gone for mass. That is my main goal. I never get big enough, mostly because I probably don't eat enough because I'm always working, to be honest. But it is what it is. Always looking for that edge on how to gain as much muscle mass as possible. In my age, I'm a little closer to 50 than I want to be, and it takes everything I got to find ways to make the body operate like it should. So, here we go. We're gonna start with GHRP2. I'm starting with this one because it's one of my favorite, because I personally am one of those people that does not get hungry at all. Honestly, if I don't use peptides, I don't get hungry. Now, before you start saying shit like, oh, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna say. Let me just tell you, here's what it is. I used to have stomach cancer a while back, and when they cut out most of my stomach, I lost my ability to get hungry. So that's why. These peptides help me with that. They force the body to release ghrelin, and that basically makes me fucking hungry, as it does anybody else. It's one of the side effects that some of these peptides have. GHRP2 is one of those. Not all of them do that. So if you're not looking to get hungry, I recommend you go with something like hexarelin, right? That would be something that would release the HGH, but it wouldn't produce the amount of ghrelin as the fucking GHRP2 would. Oh, one real quick thing, side note. One of my last videos, people were talking about how much I cuss. Guys, I'm ex-military. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Deal with it. All right, if you don't like it, don't watch it. I'd love for you to watch my videos, but I fucking cuss. It is not, it's just what it is. Part of my fucking language. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. GHRP2, going back to it. I get sidetracked real easy. GHRP2, it is a HGH releaser. If you're taking it for like youth purposes and you're like, I'm not trying to put on a lot of muscle mass and stuff like that, for skin, for hair, for nails, those kind of things, you want to do a pretty low dose. It works no matter what the dose is. But if you're like me and you want that hunger, what I do is I'll take a 10 milligram bottle, I'll drop 2 mils of bacitration water into it, and then I will pull the number 5 on an insulin syringe. And that's my dose of what I'll use. You do the math, figure it out. I'm not gonna sit here and calculate what 10 milligrams divided into 200 cc's of water turns into. It's real fucking easy math, figure it out. If you can't do that, you shouldn't be taking this shit because you're too dumb. Here we go, GHRP2. I am bringing it on up to the S tier. It is one of the best. You can take this one on its own and it will actually produce enough HGH to where it would be a low dose HGH cycle. For those of you like me who are closer to 50 than you want to be, this is the way to go without spending thousands of dollars on HGH and still keeping young and fucking being able to operate in the gym and heal and not get broken down so easily. It boosts your immunity system, it helps your hair.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no.
Okay, I'm a bad example of that. I shaved my head. It helps your nails go stronger, it helps your teeth. It's a fucking miracle drug when it comes to what HGH can do for the body. Next on the list, we have hexarelin. And if I pronounce these wrong, too bad. I'm not an English major. Hexarelin is the exact same thing as GHRP2. It is an HGH releaser. The thing about this one is it's not gonna have a bunch of side effects. It's actually made to be the least side effect when it comes to these kind of things. It will release it, but it also releases a little bit less HGH, in my opinion, than GHRP2 does. So I'll give you an example. After taking GHRP2 for about 7 days, my hands will actually start to swell with water retention because that's how much HGH is being produced in my body. Whereas the hexarillin doesn't really happen at all. I don't get water retention from it at all. I don't get hunger. So it's kind of like, again, if you're not trying to put on a bunch of muscle mass, you're not trying to be hungry, and you're like maybe on a diet, but you need to heal and you want to boost your immunity system because you're just killing yourself in the gym and at work and all those things, it's a great alternative. I'm going to put it in the A though, because it doesn't work. The S tier for me, it's not putting on a lot of mass. It's that perfect thing for the half-assers. GHRP6. This one is just like GHRP2. It releases an epic amount of adrenaline and an epic amount of HGH. It is an HGH releaser, and when it comes to mass gains, it is a have to. If you're not using this one, you're not serious. I do a blend when it comes to peptides. I do GHRP2, GHRP6, and I'll do it when I wake up, when I go to bed, and that's like, boom, I'm hungry all day long. I feel good. I'm getting the right amount of HGH I need. It works. So we're gonna go ahead and put this GHRP6 at the top. I'm telling you, these two right here, if you're trying to gain mass or you need an excessive amount of HGH to heal, that's the way to go. If you've got a trusted source, those two right there will do everything you need. And it's, in my opinion, my blood levels when I would get it tested was equal to about 4 IUs of actual HGH. I've got blood levels tested on peptides and blood levels tested using HGH. And me personally, it was equivalent to using 4 IUs of synthetic actual HGH, brand name from a pharmacy. What do we have next on the list? Well, look at that. These are kind of paired up pretty good. IGF-1 DS, and right alongside of it is IGF-1 LR3. What's the difference? We won't go into great detail. I'm going to tell you that the DES is basically a compound that allows the IGF to last longer in the bloodstream. That's very important because typically when you put it in and you inject it, your blood tries to kill it off as fast as possible. All of these peptides are just proteins, guys. And just like any kind of protein, heat and a lot of other things can destroy it. So not only does that mean be super careful when you're prepping with this, super careful when you're putting your bacillation water in, because when you're putting your bacillation water in, you don't want to just slam it in there and get it all blasted and shit. You want to put it down the side of the bottle and so it slowly drains into it. You don't shake the bottle, you roll it or toss it. You just kind of nicely, slowly let the water dissolve everything. If you've got quality peptides, it's almost instant dissolve. That's another key. If your peptides don't dissolve instantly, you might want to question the peptide source. IGF-1 DS, I like it because it has like an 8-hour half-life. That's really good. You can inject it in the morning and you can inject it before you work out. Some people do it after the workouts. It's always better if you're trying to gain mass to do it before your workout, in my opinion. It vacillates you like crazy and it causes the muscle fibers to split and gain a lot of size. It also actually adds muscle fibers, something that tests cannot do. So remember that. You take testosterone, it will swell the muscle fiber. When you take IGF-1, it adds the muscle fibers. So guess what that means? When you get off of testosterone, your muscle fibers shrink. When you get off of IGF-1, you have the same amount of muscle fibers you had as when you were on IGF-1. They stay there. You get to keep most of your size other than the swelling. A huge benefit for those who are trying to gain muscle mass. And the side effects of IGF-1 aren't that bad. They're actually pretty light, as long as you take it responsibly and do your research. IGF-1 stands for insulin, right? Basically, it's not insulin, it's an insulin growth factor. So what it does is it shuttles the sugar in your blood and the nutrients in your blood straight to the muscle tissue. That's important. So you could actually, for those of you who are too scared to touch insulin in the bodybuilding world, which I don't recommend it if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you will kill yourself. Use this in place of it and it will do wonders for you. It will keep your blood sugar low when you're doing it, but that's also something to remember. Later on, you want to remember that you get adjusted to low blood sugar after a while and the IGF will stop working. That's why you don't want to take it for long periods of time. You'll want to take it for a short amount of time, give your body a break for a couple days, then you can start back on it again. How long you were on it is going to relate to how much you should stay off of it. So keep that in mind. It does affect your blood sugar. If you do a lot of it, you can actually get hypoglycemic and have low blood sugar. For the most part, those of you who are taking the correct dose, none of that's going to happen. Just giving you some forewarnings. If I'm going too fast, try to keep up. IGF-1 DS. It's great. It helps build muscle, I'm telling you. This is literally my favorite peptide, period. If I had to cut everything else off the list and I say pick one and only one you could take, it would be IGF-1, period. Now, this other one that we're discussing, the IGF-1 LR3, that one right there is also good. It's basically the same thing. It doesn't have a long of a half-life as the Diaz does, but it is closer to the actual IGF that your body produces, which I think is important, all right? It actually has a receptor grade that's equivalent to what your body would produce, so you would absorb more of it. Keep that in mind. So we're gonna put that, honestly, right up there. It's your personal preference which one. They're both gonna give you about the same results. And honestly, again, when it comes to it, IGF-1 is the #1 peptide to take. Ipamorelin. Ipamorelin is another peptide. It's an HGH releaser. I want to break something down for you. HGH releaser, that is what most of these peptides are, right? They boost your levels of HGH. It's like taking a test booster. It boosts the levels. It doesn't actually have HGH in it. It's simply causing your body to create more naturally. It's beneficial. HGH has a lot of benefits. HGH itself breaks into a number of things. IGF-1 is one of the proteins in HGH that your body breaks down and uses. So another thing to think about, I'm going back to the IGF-1 if you haven't noticed, taking IGF-1 is like taking concentrated HGH. If you're only taking HGH for muscle mass, don't. IGF-1 is it, that's your answer. If you're taking HGH to get the results for youth and all the other stuff, okay, that makes sense. But if you're going, hey, I just need massive muscle mass, IGF-1 is going to be your answer. All the other ones, probably a waste of your time and money. And IGF-1 can start working within 10 days and start adding muscle fibers, whereas HGH can take 6 months to 10 months to actually see results from it. Ipamorelin is kind of like Hex. It doesn't have a huge amount of ghrelin or side effects from it. You almost notice 0 side effects. There's not a lot of heavy water retention. There's not a lot of other issues with it. You probably won't even notice it when you inject it, other than the fact that eventually you'll feel a little bit better, probably more energetic, you heal a little bit faster, just does a little bit. It is good though. We're gonna put that in the A factor. Mod GRF129, another HGH releaser. All of these, you need to do research, guys. And maybe I'll do a video where I won't spend so much time on talking about which one's what level and more of a breakdown into it. If you guys want to see that, tell me in the fucking reviews and I'll do that. But basically, I'm just gonna break down what it does, its basic benefits, and go from there, okay? Another HGH releaser, does a great amount of fucking HGH release. It does what you want it to do. It does have a higher level of ghrelin than the ipamorelin and the hexarelin. Something to consider. Like me, if you want it, that's the way to go when it comes to hunger. It'll help you get more calories in your day. I'm telling you, you'll take this and GHRP2 and 6 and you will shovel food in your throat like you are starving to death. Always. You won't be able to get enough. You'll sit there and just be pounding food. And that, man, I'll tell you what, it's crazy, but it's beautiful when it comes to trying to gain weight. So this one is a really good HGH releaser and has a really long half-life compared to the other ones. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that up. It's only gonna get into the A tier though, because again, I hold to the standard, GHRP2 and 6 are the best. The mod GRF129 is great. It is solid, it does what it needs to, but I don't call it S tier. TB500. This one, and see if it's on the list here. It's not on the list. We have to put this one on the list. BP157, guys. It's not on the list, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it is fucking S tier. That and TB500 are absolute have to. So I'm telling you right now, whether you see it on the chart or not, TB500 and BP157 are the way to go when it comes to healing. It's not something you take for putting on a lot of muscle mass. It will benefit that because it does heal, but that's like an off thing. You take this when you're injured. Example, have a buddy of mine that was working out in the gym. He was bench pressing. He tore his tricep and his chest in a major way. Went to the doctor and they were like, we can do surgery, but I don't really recommend it, blah, blah, blah. It's gonna cost a fortune, all this kind of stuff. So he took TB500 mixed with BB157 and it healed him. Should have taken 6 months to a year. He was healed in like 2 months. He was bench pressing at month 3 back to like 4 something. It's pretty epic, dude. The tear was Fucking gnarly. I'm telling you, it was crazy. You fucking wouldn't believe that he could heal that fast. That shit does it. Skeletal muscle tissue, tendons. Dude, I've taken BP 157 and put it in a Visine bottle, and it's healed scrap metal that get flown into my eye. I had to get it dug out, and I used the bottle, and within 10 days, the eye was healed, and I was able to use it again and take the patch off. This stuff heals everything, head to toe. When it comes to it, major cuts, burns, stuff like that, BP 157 is the answer for you. You mix this with the TB 500, you got knee injuries, elbow, tendonitis, all these kind of things, it's gonna save you. It's gonna help you, dude. I'm telling you, right? Save you. Don't come back at me and be like, oh, you said it was gonna save my life, I'm still gonna die. Like, that's not what I'm fucking saying. Okay, so don't take it too far. TB 500, we are putting at the top. S fucking tier. Here we go. And BP 157 would have been next to it. Samorlin, HGH releaser. A great one. I actually do it in my blend. So I have a tri-blend basically. I'll do GHRP2, GHRP6, Samorlin. Sometimes I'll throw in a bit of mod. And basically what that does is it gives me different levels of HGH boost at different times. It kind of gives me a maximum burst at once. And then throughout the day, I'm getting it for the other ones. It works really well. I like Samorlin. Honestly, most doctors who prescribe people HGH boosters will prescribe Samorlin. It is one of the more common and the more useful ones when it comes out to it. So we're gonna rate it A, because it doesn't produce as much as the 2 and the 6. However, it does produce a really good amount. Semaglutide. Semaglutide was started as an actual diabetic medication. It's something to help you prevent diabetes and to help you if you have diabetes. I don't recommend taking this if you have diabetes without talking to a fucking doctor, but I will tell you, if you're one of those people who are trying to lose weight and it's because you shove too much carbs down your throat, semaglutide is the answer. It will help drop your blood sugar levels and get rid of the excess carbs that you shouldn't have been eating. So that's what I recommend. Ozempic, as you're probably all familiar with, has semaglutide in it, if that tells you how good it is. When it comes to a fat loss medicine, this can actually help you. You've got health problems though, and that has to do with blood sugar, don't fuck around. Find a doctor and get that shit. I'm simply telling you, if you're one of those people that shoves a little too much fucking carb in your fucking mouth, then you probably want something like this to help you when you're cutting. We're gonna put it on the fucking A tier. Actually, we're gonna put it on the B tier. It's good. Doesn't do shit for what I want because I'm trying to shove carbs in my mouth. I don't want to get rid of the fucking carbs. I'm not trying to lose that shit. I do that naturally as it is. All right, melatonin 2. This is a pretty fucking obvious one. Most people know it. If I pronounced it wrong, deal with it, all right? I know I'm not saying it right. I really don't care. I think somebody said it's called fucking melanotan or some shit like that. Anyways, whatever. It boosts the levels that darken your skin. That's what it's for. You want to have darker skin, this is the way to go. Huge side effect. It actually helps prevent skin cancer in studies. That's how I'm going to word that to make sure nobody comes at me with some bullshit. In studies, it helps prevent skin cancer. It's actually a mega thing. You don't take so much that you look like an orange dude, you'll be fine. Take low amounts of this. It'll do plenty for you. It'll help you look darker, naturally protect you from sunburns, and naturally protect you from skin cancer due to sunburns. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the B tier. It's useful, but it has really nothing to do with anything that would help you gain muscle mass. It makes you look cutter when you're darker. It does have another side effect. It does raise your drive for sex. So some people take it for that benefit. PT141 is the last one for this video, guys. PT141. What does it do for you? It's kind of funny that the last one I finished, I had a basically remark where I said one of the side effects is it increases your sex drive, because the PT141 was created for that purpose and that purpose only. PT141 was created for both men and women as what you would basically call the Viagra. It increases the sex drive, or tries to help increase sex drive if there's some issues with blood flow and stuff like that in the human body. So I personally have zero use when it comes to using this for mass gains, I'll be honest. But if you've got some issues in that area, check out PT141, do some research. You might find it saves your relationship, who knows. B, There we go, guys. We're done. Here's my YouTube video with my ratings. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it useful. I always recommend doing research. I am simply telling you stuff that happens with me, stuff that happens from me taking it, the benefits I received from it, what I've noticed it does, and the people over the last 20 plus years of my research and people that I've seen use it. Find out for yourself.